Hey guys, it's Mike Monte, one half of Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. And we want to reach out to all the fans out there who have supported our show to say thank you. Thank you for making 2021 one of our best years. And one of our best years was because of Anchor. Anchor, the way that you can have your voice heard. You can be just like us. Record your own podcast. Use the Anchor tools to edit your podcast. Use it on a phone. Use it on your computer. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all with Anchor, they're totally free. So be just like Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte and the Pharaoh. We're looking together for a great 2022. We've got huge guests coming on board. Oh, yeah. You probably wonder why Jimmy's not here right now. Well, he's prepping for one of the best interviews we're about to have, and we're going to surprise someone with. So hang aboard with us, and don't forget, be like us and use Anchor.
What? Yeah. No, I'm behaving myself. No, I'm not playing in abandoned buildings. What? Again? Now, I suppose you had those people follow me again. Fine. Hey, this is Jimmy Pharaoh from Monte and the Pharaoh, and I want to thank all our subscribers. We have now passed 14,000 on our YouTube channel. But I want to ask our subscribers to take the next step for us and become a full-fledged member of Monte and the Pharaoh. Yeah, that's right, folks. There's 3 different levels to choose from. There's free shirts. There's free autographs. Just check it out and become a member of Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte and the Pharaoh. Later.
Go on air, I see a comment from a guy. This is his name. I pee on my scrotum. And he goes, you can be a member of my sack.
My sack? Really? That's
like,
ballsy.
Do you think you're very good? Do you think how much time it is? Like did he just make that up like right before the show?
Well,
he just like made a channel.
He clearly thought he did, but he thought very, very strongly before he came up with I pee on my scrotum. If you pee on your own scrotum, I don't think you got any business making fun of anybody else.
No, I agree.
I mean, come on, can't you keep control?
By the way, Jacob says, I'd rather have an affair with Vince than be hugged by Tony Khan. I agree. I agree.
Might be onto something, Rabbit.
I'll be like, Tony, you could have my butt side.
Man.
Not Tony, Vince. Vince, you could have me any which way, just as long as Tony doesn't
touch
me.
Come here, Monte.
All right, Monte.
What the?
And I'll pay you $1 million.
Oh boy!
In the end,
to be
I won't
quiet.
Be so up. Yeah, whatever.
I could say, Mike Monte. I want my hush money.
All right, guys. Thank you again for joining us on Thursdays. We'll do a roll call in a minute. This is Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte and the Pharaoh. At the board is our producer Jared.
Hey, what's going on?
And Jared won't be here tomorrow for EC3. We've got to fill in.
Okay.
Makes me nervous not having Jared.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this.
No,
but Jared's got
something. He has a life.
Yeah, he's got a life, and I think there's something important going on. So,
Ivana Trump has died. The former president announced her death on social media platform. I am very saddened to inform that all of those that loved her, of which there are many, that Ivana Trump has passed away. He wrote, she was a wonderful, beautiful, amazing woman who led a great and inspirational life.
Oh, that's hard to argue. She obviously made her mark. I remember her being a lot hotter. Is there something wrong with me, with my memory? Not trying to be disrespectful here. I'm just being honest.
I was just thinking,
we were just looking for pictures of her.
Political climate is now, and the hatred for President Trump. It's I'm like, oh man, Ivana Trump died, and people are like, and.
What are they like saying? Good? I mean, is it?
No, it's just like that matter-of-factly. Like, I hate Donald Trump so much,
so that anybody can even remotely connect it to him.
Exactly.
Boom. Very interesting. Wow, that's pure hate, isn't it?
I don't get it.
I
still don't get it.
Very interesting.
What's going on in this country nowadays? I don't get it. I'm sorry. I got to speak to it.
Little
roll call. A few people in the house. Got Chris Steves, the First Lady of Wrestling, Miss Maria Davis in the house.
Maria.
Matthew Holland.
Hey.
B40 in the house.
B40. What up?
BO2 Blues. He screws me up, man. He lost his channel. He changed his channel name.
He changed his channel name, but it's the good old 802. I know that.
Jay Will in the house. Dennis Price says, "Is there ever going to see any content, or is this just ads?" Well, yes, Dennis. Now you're getting content. Now you've just turned it off. Jacob in the house.
Hey, I want to know one thing, though. Is IP on my scrotum's cousin here tonight? Is IP Freely on the list? No?
He says 9 in the chat.
Right over
Way
the
to go,
head.
guys.
There we go.
Oh, we got a hater. So IP on my scrotum must be a hater. He goes,
Of course
9 in the chat. Way to go. Big time, fellas.
Wow. So, how's his channel doing? How's he doing?
Oh, I don't know. Mitch
He's on
Seinfeld
his
in the house.
scrotum.
ESO in the house who says, by the way, PG-14 back on Raw July 18th.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Stringers in the house. How are you? What's going on?
What up?
So, anyway, guys, couldn't sleep last night. Got a lot of work going on, a lot of stuff running across my mind, and I was thinking about how life is passing me on and how much older I'm getting. And
How cheery.
well, I'm not, I was just thinking, man, it's like so much discrimination.
Yeah.
And we see it, you and I know personally, think we see it, we think we're younger than we are sometimes. And
I don't think that. I know it.
Yeah, there you go.
I know I'm younger than I am.
And then I started thinking about like all the women that I used to watch on TV who were hot. But it brought me to Missy Hyatt. Like as I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about Missy Hyatt when she was in studio.
Missy Hyatt.
And how you were like, man, Missy Hyatt's hot.
Missy Hyatt.
And Missy Hyatt's up there.
So?
I'm just saying.
She looks fabulous.
So it made me think, and I know you thought she was hot. And, I started thinking about girls that women we might have crushed on when we were younger.
Oh boy.
So,
how long is this list?
I thought about a few, so I'm going to name a few and you give me some feedback, and fans give feedback.
Okay.
Carmen Electra.
Carmen Electra is smoking hot. But I'm confused about, that's when we were in our 20s, wasn't it? Carmen Electra?
Sure.
I think more of like original crushes when I think about this subject, but that's okay. Carmen Electra, wowsy
Well,
wow.
20s is a crush. You could be crushing on someone.
Oh, yeah,
in your
well, you
20s.
can crush on someone right now in your 50s.
Exactly. How about Courtney Love?
No, how are you crushing
Dude,
on Courtney?
I was crushing on Courtney Love.
I picked awesome pictures of Courtney Love, but in general, that's a yak attack. What's wrong with you?
Wow, really?
She's a yak attack.
I gotta disagree.
Maybe it's her crazy disposition, or the fact that Kurt, like she drove Kurt crazy, that turns me off with her. I don't know what it is.
Those
are good
kept
pictures,
herself
though.
in good shape.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. I don't know. I think her music is horrendous, but that's another story.
Oh, you're wrong there.
Oh, really? She's right there with Kurt, huh?
No, but I mean,
She's Yoko Ono compared to Kurt.
Hole was a good band.
Okay, that's fine. That's it. If you like Hole.
I like Hole in a lot of different ways. Tiffany Amber Thiessen. Which you didn't know her.
Because I don't know the people from Saved by the Bell. This Tiffany, wow.
And 90210.
Yeah, I didn't watch those shows. No, I didn't watch those shows. Wow, she was cute back in the day.
How do you like how they age?
I think they're all doing okay. Yeah, so far so good.
So far so good, okay.
I think so. Yeah, sure.
Tyra Banks.
Oh, Tyra Banks. Yowzy. Yeah, wow.
There's no picture of Tyra.
There is no picture. Yeah, wow. She was, Wasn't she in Halloween Resurrection, though? Boo.
Was she really?
Just for that, I'm not into her. That movie was terrible.
Our favorite, Pam. That's me. Sorry.
Hi, me.
Pam Anderson.
Pam Anderson. Wowzy wow. Oh, yeah. Pam Anderson. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that awesome flick with her and Tommy Lee. Yeah, that was great.
You didn't like that?
Oh, of course I liked it. What are you kidding me? It's not often you ride a horse.
Wow, look at you.
Tommy Lee? Good Lord.
Gwen Stefani.
Gwen Stefani. Okay, I could see that. I could see Gwen Stefani. All right.
All right, so who was your crush, dude?
Well, I think more of like when I was a kid. And since we were like the first real generation to be exposed to major reruns from back in the day, I'm just going to go with Jeannie, Barbara Eden. Hello. Hi, Jeannie. Whoa.
Jeannie was... I'm wondering if our fans
Jeannie.
even know who...
Put the lotion in the
well,
bottle.
Here's some of the fans that got here. Let's see. JB says... Blues says Phoebe Cates.
Phoebe Cates, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Wow. Oh, yeah.
B40 says Mama Cass.
Mama Cass was amazing.
Oh, come on. Stop it. You're going to attack Courtney Love.
Especially when she sang and ate a ham sandwich.
Wow.
Yeah, that's rough. She went, no, of course not.
Greg R. I got to agree with this one. Leah Remini. Oh, man, yes.
Yes.
Definitely Leah Remini.
Yeah.
BS Express, Heather Locklear,
Oh.
Barbara Bach,
Oh.
Joan Jett.
Damn.
Off the charts.
Yeah. Wait a minute. How about Victoria Principal? Back in the day. Got to give me something for Victoria.
Oh, absolutely.
Morgan Fairchild.
Biggs Boss Fetty has one right here. This is pretty good. And again, she was
What
hot.
is going on here?
She was hot, but
What kind of crazy conversation
all
is
right.
this?
Robin Quivers.
Robin Quivers?
Yes.
Robin?
She was good looking for a while
Robin?
there. Yes, I
Robin.
think so. I'm not
What
going to
about
disagree
Baba
with that.
Booey while we're at it?
Oh, come on. Stop it.
What? Something wrong with Gary's teeth? Baba Booey. I used to love that. That was hilarious.
Jay Will says Barbara Eden appeared on the Andy Griffith episode. Was she hot on Andy Griffith? Was Andy getting a hard on the Andy Griffith show?
Golly, Barn. I sure am getting excited.
Phoebe Cates we talked about.
Phoebe
Let me
Cates.
see
Hello.
here. Matthew Holland, Ashley Massaro is hot mama.
Yeah.
She was hot.
She was hot. I like Jane Fonda and Barbarella.
Oh, yeah, she was right.
What's wrong with that?
Cher
Raquel Welch, my all-time fave.
Cher Bear says happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, Cher Bear. Uh-huh.
Oh, my God. Question mark says sunny days.
Sunny days. Yeah.
Lou says Kathy Lee Gifford smoking. I agree, dude.
Yes. Yeah.
Jared,
Yeah.
who was the young man's
Come on,
crush,
Jared.
buddy? Who
now
do
that
you
we've
got?
named everybody from like the Jurassic age.
Who do you got?
This is my personal from back in the day.
Who you got? Drum roll.
And here she is.
Selena Gomez.
Oh, little Selena Gomez going on.
Yum.
Oh,
Nice job there, Jared.
Jacob says Heidi Klum.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Let's
Didn't
see.
she run off with a seal?
Jason says Mrs. Garrett from Facts of Life.
Mrs.
That's dirty.
Garrett!
That's dirty. That's
Yeah,
dirty.
You take the good, you take the bad. There's the bad. And there you have
Oh,
the facts
man.
of life. Oy.
I saw something from our man Mitch. He had someone's name here. Heather Thomas.
Heather Thomas. Nice pick.
All right, so
Nice pick.
look, we all got to be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
And we know we had crushes, women crushes.
Sure. Marsha Brady.
So it made me Marsha Brady.
Marsha Brady.
Marsha
dude.
Brady.
Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah
In the
Fawcett.
70s?
Oh, my God.
Are you kidding me? Who else?
So let's be fair.
You can go on all night.
Again, I want the audience to be honest.
Yeah.
We all had our cartoon crushes.
Oh, yes.
Also.
Absolutely.
Now, as abnormal as may sound, as a human male,
yeah.
that you,
Who's your animated fantasy Batman?
I'm going
I
with
love this.
I'm going with Daphne
Yeah,
from
me too.
Scooby Doo.
Bird? Yeah.
Daphne was smoking effing hot.
Ray Ronti. Wreck up that
All right,
rass.
look, I don't want to put you on the spot here, but did you ever knock one out to Daphne?
To Daphne?
Yeah.
To Daphne, Vilma, and there was a threesome going on. It was me and
Did you
and
really?
Daphne
And I'm
and
not
Vilma.
judging. No judging.
Right.
This is
right.
a judgment-free
and
zone.
Scooby was filming it. What is going on here?
So
That's a
are you-
sick mind?
So now you're
You really buying this?
You're denying it. Look,
Did we
B40's being honest.
Yeah. What do we got?
Betty Rubble.
Bet.
Betty Rubble was hot.
Hey,
She
Fred.
get tight ass body.
B40 wants to bang Betty.
But did you ever wonder why Betty Rubble was involved with Barney? Because Barney was like terrible.
Short dude, big stalk. Maybe he had a big stalk. Hey, Betty. Maybe he,
Bane says
well endowed
Bane
for a
says
caveman.
Wonder Woman. He must have had some sticky
Linda
comics.
Carter?
He must have the cartoon.
Oh, the cartoon. I
he
can
must
see
have had
that.
some sticky comics.
Well, he must have gotten.
Hey, I'm going to sell this number 5 Wonder Woman. The guy tries to open. The pages are
Do you know how psyched he was when Wonder Woman got in an invisible plane? You could see her whole body. She's in the plane.
Nice.
The Hall of Justice. That cartoon was fantastic. I love it.
All right, Jared, who's your cartoon crush, brother?
He's got a cartoon crush too.
All right, this is from one of my favorite cartoon shows back in the day.
What's the name of it?
Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, I've heard of this. Oh, wow. Yeah,
Dr.
she's lovely.
Doofenshmirtz.
She's lovely.
Did you ever, Jared? Did you ever knock one out to that?
Which
No, I
is-
can't say I have.
Stop doing that.
What?
Even if he did, he wouldn't say
Well,
it.
you gotta ask.
Hey, we gotta. No, all doors are open here, folks. We're as honest as can be. So, which character did you knock one out to? I think I will tell you in front of 1 million people. Or 9 in the chat room.
Well, according to this guy,
Yeah,
9.
according to IP freely on my scrotum when no one's looking. That's a great way to be. Anyway,
Cher Bear says Starsky and Hutch.
Cher Bear.
Clearly, Cher Bear's a woman.
Cher Bear is one hell of a woman.
There you go.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I wonder, Cher Bear, did you ever knock one out to Starsky and Hutch?
I bet you, Cher Bear. I'm not going to say anything. You can answer that one for yourself there, Cher Bear.
All right, so
and Hutch.
if you didn't catch Chris...
With the music and everything.
Chris Jericho...
Yeah. What?
Chris Jericho was
Disco ball.
Chris Jericho was on a podcast, and he
Yeah.
was asked about working with China. And Jericho has recalled his rivalry with the late WWE superstar China and explained she was terrible to work with. Jericho burst into the WWE in the summer of 1999, as we all know, and when he was appearing on the True Gordy podcast, the AEW star explained that he was in a no-win situation, tangling with the star who wielded significant political power due to her relationship with Triple H at the time. Terrible. She was terrible to work with. She wasn't good. She thought as good as she thought she was, and she also was in a position where she was being pushed really big so she could beat up guys. She couldn't, and I never got credit. No one ever said I made her look good. It was always the other side of the coin. I got in big trouble at one point when I first started working with her. Vince said to me, "Don't treat her like a woman, treat her like a wrestler." And she was really, really stiff too and worked strong. I'm not talking bad about her. I'm just telling the truth.
Right.
And, he just goes on and, and just saying that she just wasn't any good.
He carried her. That's just the facts. I thought that back then too. But, I mean, he did a great job of it, and China was put over quite well by Chris Jericho. He's a pro. He handled it like a pro.
Did you look at China? Because China was over. She was over with me.
She was over.
She was over with me.
They made sure that they took it to that next level where they answered the question, can China hang with the guys? And Jericho was the one who did it for her.
Absolutely. But did you, as a fan, did you look at China as a bad wrestler?
Yes, I did.
All the time?
I knew that she wasn't good in the ring. You could tell. I mean, she was better than Sable. Let's not insult her.
Right.
But she wasn't good. No, she wasn't good. It was damn good Jackie back in the day.
So she wasn't the wrestler?
Not at all. But she had amazing it factor. That was it.
So she was Hogan-esque?
No, I wouldn't say that because Hulk Hogan could do many, many, many more things than China ever could in the ring and promos. And come on, China couldn't talk. Let's be serious here. China just had that amazing gift. She was very unique. Her look was unique. There was something about her presentation that was unique. She was very different. But she wasn't a great talker, and she wasn't great in the ring. She just had it factor. And sometimes, and in her case, that's all you need. And she was a Hall of Famer.
What
and
makes
that's
you
the bottom
think
line.
that Jericho decided to speak about it? Like,
I don't know. Maybe it was just something that he felt like, he wanted to get off his chest. Yeah, and he's entitled to that. That's for shit.
Look, he's given an interview. It's good that he answered that.
Yeah, if they asked him
Charles
about
Bird asked, love the show. Where's Mach been? Mach is doing his own channel now, the Mach Network.
Okay.
And, like I said, we give opportunities on the channel. We're trying to help people. And, and hopefully they do well and they move on their own. Right. So, yeah, it's all good. Mach is a good guy.
Yep.
Phil's in the house. Good to see you,
What's
Phil.
What's up, Phil?
All right. Well,
what up?
To my right is the star show, Mr. Jimmy Pharaoh.
Hello.
I would like the band that sings the theme song to Monte and the Pharaoh, our own Jimmy Pharaoh, along with his partner Bart Griggs, make up the band Wisteria Hall. Wisteria Hall sings such great songs as In My Dreams, This Life, Not Far Behind, Here Comes the Rain. You can find their music on the Wisteria Hall YouTube page. Please hit like and subscribe. And try, when they go and put a video up, to have more than 9 people in the chat room.
Ooh, oompa.
Download the music on Spotify, Apple Music, and Reverb Nation. Yeah. Monte the Pharaoh can be seen on the Monte the Pharaoh YouTube page, Monte the Pharaoh Facebook Live page. Here's on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, Twitch TV, and if you're lucky enough to live in New York, channel 115 every Tuesday at 9:30 and 11:30 p.m., and also channel 20 at 1 a.m., where we have 100,000 viewers watching us weekly. We want to thank Amazon Music for allowing us to be on their network. You could also catch us, obviously, on all audio networks, which I said previously. We'll be right back with the show, which we're presently calling If You Don't Stand for Something, You'll Fall for Anything.
Somebody catch me. We'll be right back.
Wrestling fans, now you too can look as cool as Monte and the Pharaoh by wearing the official Monte and the Pharaoh sunglasses at night for $8.99 each. That's only $8.99 each. Now available at monteandthepharaoh.com.
Oh, what's up, Mike?
Hey, Jimmy, what's going on?
Yeah, nothing much.
You know, Jimmy, I love this country.
Oh.
I love to buy Made in America material. And I love to buy my artwork at TAG, T-A-A-G, Made in America, 14 East Broadway, Port Jefferson, New York, 11717. The shop at the corner.
Hi, it's John from Under the Table Hot Sauce. I'm here with my friend, the star of the show, Jimmy Pharaoh.
Yeah, what's up, JB?
Nah, nothing.
It's been a hot summer, and for all your barbecue needs, you can go to underthetablehotsauce.com. 13 unique flavors to choose from, created and bottled in a Long Island kitchen. Underthetablehotsauce.com. Let's go chow, JB.
Let's do it.
All the flavor, twice the burn.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte and the Pharaoh. You know, it's kind of hard, Jimmy. I got to bounce back between like 3 social media channels.
Yeah, how do you do this?
So if I do the math, it's actually more than 9 people in the chat room. I don't know why that aggravated me, that comment, but it was really fucking annoying.
Is a douchebag, and when you create a channel in Mommy's basement, yeah, it's annoying.
What? Michael Fenster says out there,
Michael!
Valerie Bertinelli.
Good pick, Michael. How are you, Mike? That's
Yeah, dude,
good.
Valerie Bertinelli.
Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
If we do a program every so often called Head to Head, if I would... Go ahead.
I got to get it in.
Good.
That Mrs. Garrett thing? Well, how dare they not mention Blair from Facts of Life?
Yeah, you know,
like Blair?
dude, I
Too
gotta
snooty?
be honest.
Too
no.
snooty?
Blair was hot at one
Joe?
point.
You going to start with Joe on me?
Joe, no.
Joe was your tomboy.
She was. Well, how about Christy McNichol?
She was your tomboy, but yet somehow hot.
How about, help me, Bad News Bears girl, Mary McEnroe?
Tatum?
Yes, Tatum O'Neal.
Oh, what about Christy McNichol? How about them apples?
Didn't I just say Christy McNichol? No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. But we were close. We were mentioning people who were
Who did
similar
I
to
say
it.
before?
I don't know.
I think I said Christy McNichol.
It's a whole 10 seconds ago.
I
No,
think
you
you
said
just-
somebody else.
Yeah.
Tatum O'Neal.
No, before Tatum O'Neal.
I don't know.
I
Hey,
think I
hit
said
rewind.
I think
Can
I
you
said
play it
Chris-
again?
I
You're
think-
old.
Jared,
don't
didn't I
remember
say
shit.
Christy McNichol?
I don't think he did.
Anyway,
Jared actually paying attention?
I want to go back to Blair because that's a very important part of it.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Blair is on MeTV now.
Okay.
And she
Me
looks
TV.
like Blair, but just an older Blair.
Oh, no.
And also I'm like,
How is it? Not so good.
I'm just like, no, but then I start thinking about the younger Blair, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Really?
not really into it.
That's an interesting up. So that means that sometimes chicks that seem super hot, their sexual thing dulls?
It's like watching
Dulls over
It's
the
like
years?
watching Morocco and Backlund.
Oh,
now.
no. You're
It's-
using that analogy?
I'm going to use that analogy.
You know, that armbar used to look a lot better.
I used to love it. By the way, a lot of the fans are going to the MSG in July.
That's cool.
We should go.
I want to go. Let's do it.
You're on.
In July. It is July. What,
July
what?
25th.
Oh, let's go.
You want to go?
I do. That would be cool.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast. Monte and Pharaoh, only seen here out of Indie Music TV. So, over the last several months,
Yeah.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon has been revealed that he's paid more than $12 million to several women over a course
boy.
of 16 years.
The course of 16 years.
What do you give me a take
boy.
on this whole thing, Pharaoh?
Vince likes to have sex with women. That's my take, and it's become public.
It can't be that
think-
simple.
Well, to me, it is that simple. Vince is, look, this is over 16 years. We have an habitual, I need some kind of thing going on here.
So,
And you know what? I bet you it goes back a lot further than 16 years. If it's
I'm
16
sure it
years,
did.
let's be honest, man. This has got to probably go
well,
back.
you
way
had
back.
you had Mario Mancini on the show, and Mario really was worn out on
Yeah.
talking about it. So we
Yeah.
fairly,
Yeah.
we respect our guests.
Absolutely.
So we decided not to talk about it.
Right.
But Vince was accused of raping a former referee woman. And
back in the 80s.
everybody's aware of that story.
Yep.
And a settlement came out over that.
Right.
More recent than the past, right?
Right.
Um,
Right.
we now know that Vince had an affair with his paralegal or someone in the legal department who he hired, who he met in his condo area. Then it's also been revealed that a wrestler, a former female wrestler, was paid $7 million as she was coerced into giving him oral sex, and then later on no longer wanted to continue this relationship and accuses Vince of not renewing her contract over it.
Gotcha.
Again, we all don't know who it is. Have you heard who this female wrestler is?
I read an article that was saying that every woman that you ever saw him lap tongues with, he's banged. Do you realize how long that list is? Like, they were saying Trish Stratus, Stacy Keibler. There's more.
Do you believe that, though?
No.
I don't either.
No, but I do think that Vince, to be fair, I do think that Vince has had handfuls of women, most likely, from what we can kind of see on the surface, what little we really truly do know. 16 years is a long time to have a bunch of payoffs. And again, if you go back to the situation with the lady referee back in the 80s, this goes way more than 16 years, that this kind of weirdness.
Well, wait a minute. I really want to break this down because I think there's some important subjects here.
Right.
But I want to get something. Clear here because this is a really good comment, and I wasn't going this way, but I saw the comment, and I'm sorry, guys.
What way are we going?
But basically, I'm not giving a shout out for who wrote it, but I can't seem to find it. But I just saw it come up. But anyway,
what was the gist?
They asked, raise your hands if you think that Vince had any kind of relationship with Shawn Michaels.
I do not believe that.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Why?
Because Vince McMahon, to me, is just, I don't know. I don't find him that way. That's not the vibe I get from him. Not that that means anything. That's just my personal vibe. I don't get that vibe from him at all. At all. Just because, he knew Pat Patterson's, situation, or he knew about Terry Garvin or Mel. I don't think that he himself was like, oh, let's go out tonight and skip rope.
I don't mean it like that.
You don't strike me that way.
Listen, I think I mentioned this before.
And what would that make Shawn Michaels, by the way? Do we even think about the other person we throw into this? What would that make Shawn Michaels? What are we talking?
It would make him bisexual.
But with all the other things,
or sexually inquisitive.
With all the other things that Shawn Michaels was doing behind the scenes, and the women he was running around with, and the careers he was trying to stop in his good name. Now he's Mr. Reborn. Really? We're going to throw that one on top of the cake too? Man, that's fucked up to me.
Wait a minute.
I don't know.
So Piper
admitted
to doing something with Pat Patterson.
Right.
Willingly.
Right.
To further his career.
He sure seems remorseful.
Would you consider Piper a homosexual?
It didn't sound to me like it was something he wanted to do.
But he did it.
If you do it, you are it. Right?
I don't know if you're homosexual. You could be bisexual.
Well,
or inquisitive.
So what does that mean? He was a one-hit wonder? I don't understand what that means.
Could be a one-hit wonder.
All right, if it was what it was.
So Vince, Shawn, that couldn't be a one-hit wonder?
I don't see it. You're asking me what I see.
No, I'm just saying.
How I think about it.
Could
it be? I guess. But I don't think so. I'm much more inclined to think that Vince slept with Trish Stratus. Much more inclined to think that Vince slept with Stacy Keibler. Much more inclined to think that Vince slept with a billion other of these hot people. I did see one name I don't agree with. Sable. Brock would have killed him. He didn't sleep with Sable. I don't believe that. Unless Brock was like, yeah, go ahead.
Well, first of all,
what?
Sable could have been with Mark Merrow at that point.
Right. Oh, he got him on the in-between.
Yeah, could have got it in between.
Hey, Sable. That's possible. Lay down on the table, Sable.
I do think Sable.
You're hired.
I do think Sable had a settlement with them. I don't know.
Yeah, well, there you go. There's that too. I don't know. Dude, this whole thing makes me get the heebie-jeebies.
Again, a lot of people. So he Busted Open had the writers
What's that?
Busted. By the way, it's Bully Ray's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday! Get the birthday cake.
Happy birthday! You know who won't be at his birthday party though?
Who won't be at his birthday party?
Can you guess?
No, who?
Come on.
No, come on. Help me out here. I hate when you do this. What? Who?
His hot-ass girlfriend. Or ex-girlfriend.
Velvet Sky will not be there.
No, she won't.
She's outside. I'll be right back.
She won't be wishing.
Velvet!
She won't be wishing that fat fucking birthday.
Have a fat fucking birthday, fat fuck. That's rough.
So,
what the?
Vince, all right, so let's start here.
Through the table.
Vince has consensual sex with women.
Yes, he does. That
Okay.
seems to be the none of these are rape cases. Let's get real.
Well, but the reality of it
Yeah.
is these women are going into this willingly, but only willingly, probably because they either are in fear.
Right.
Look, let's be honest.
Yeah.
A 30 or
It's
20-year-old
manipulation,
is
brother.
not really sleeping with a 60.
It's manipulation, bro. Right? It's manipulation.
Manipulate how?
Manipulate with power.
So then that becomes a hostile work environment.
Sure does.
So then do you agree that what Vince is doing is wrong?
Absolutely, it's wrong.
Really?
If he's doing
Explain.
that, well, what is there to explain? If you're freaking banging half the damn office and then pressuring them to continue banging you, look, if they bang you one time and they bang you and everything's cool, just don't you know when to not push it? And I also, there's the other side of the coin too. These women who are willingly having sex with Vince that are collecting later, you are no saint either. Probably most of you.
Well,
So I'm not too thrilled with any of this.
Again, not trying
You
to
know?
be victim.
I'll take
shame.
my $7
Again,
million
first of all,
now.
I
It's
don't
like,
want. I
wow,
sat
what
there and
the-
listened to La Greca
You know?
talk about these victims and
Yeah.
how bad they're not victims.
They're not. No.
They
They're
willingly,
people who willingly
accepted this
got
proposal.
laid in hopes of probably furthering their career. So again, they're not saints in this picture.
No.
I think that they're all like, I don't know, dude. This is just a bunch of people being whores, isn't it?
So the point.
Horny? How about that?
One point
Everybody's
La
horny.
Greca made was
Some people
how,
got rich.
How unfair
Great.
is it to
What about
other
me?
employees? How unfair is it for other employees to feel that
Oh,
that's
my
the
God.
only way to get up there is to do what these other
Like,
women
for
are
example,
doing?
you know who's screwed right now?
Who?
Your favorite, that the big one that's named after a flower or whatever her name is. What's her name?
Dewdrop?
Yeah, Dewdrop. It's not a flower. You're always close. It comes off a flower.
Okay.
Yeah, she's screwed.
Why?
Because they're going to go jumping into bed with Alexa Bliss. This is not fair.
How do you know they don't want to like Dewdrop?
How do I know Vince didn't
Oh,
already
now you're
give
fat
it to-
shaming. Now you're fat shaming.
No, I'm just saying. You're
You're
saying.
fat shaming.
No, I'm stating facts.
No, you're stating your facts.
I'm stating that Vince McMahon
You're-
called me the
no,
other day.
you're
and said,
telling me-
Dewdrop is gross.
You're telling me.
I'm telling
what
you,
Vince
personally,
likes.
it doesn't mean I'm fat shaming. I think that Dewdrop standing next
You're
to
saying if you were Vince McMahon,
Trish Stratus,
you
it's
would
like,
not
gee,
have.
which one am I picking? White Castle or the filet mignon?
See, now you're comparing Dewdrop to White
That's
Castle.
an individual comparison, not a general
You're
statement on
fat
fat
shaming.
people. No
You're
way.
fat shaming.
No way. Nia Jax is hot. Fuck you.
You're fat shaming.
You're trying to make
No,
you're trying
you
to-
are.
trying to paint me into a corner.
Well,
Not happening.
you've been painted.
That's not fair.
You're white
Just because
and blue.
Tulip is a lousy wrestler and ugly. It's
All
not
right.
my fault. It's not my
Back
problem.
to it. So you're telling me that what Vince is doing is wrong.
Yeah, of course it is.
So then he should be relieved of his duties.
I didn't say that. He should be relieved of his wiener.
Come on.
I'm being serious. Put the thing out to pasture. You're 76. Calm the fuck down. Stop fucking doing this.
But you're missing the point.
Am I?
Yes.
That's rough.
The point
Tell
is,
me.
look, if you rob
Tell
a
me the
bank,
point, oh, wise man.
if you rob a bank,
Wise man.
if you rob a bank,
Yeah.
okay, it's
Okay.
clearly illegal.
Yeah, that's illegal.
If you find out that you robbed the bank 7 years later, it's still wrong.
You don't have to get weird, but I feel like more like Vince is the bank and they're robbing him.
That's a valued point. Now tell
how-
me more.
So what is there to say? I think that in general they knew damn well what they were getting into, and now they're all piling on and getting their money. I think it's just as evil as. Wait a second, this guy's just an old dude too. They're shaming him. This is not good.
All right. I'm going to give you some.
I turn the tables and you smile.
I'm going to give you, because I don't even know what you're talking about.
What are you
right
talking
now.
about?
He's an old guy, and now they're age shaming
and they were like, I'll sleep with him, and then I'll sue him. Because he's an old bat. Nobody will take
First
it
of
on
all,
the surface.
how do you know they're being sued? Maybe it could be like
Well,
this.
they were probably threatening to sue,
No,
and that's why I cut them a
maybe
check.
it's this.
How do you get to the point where I'll give you $7 million without a threat?
How about we call
Here, have $7 million.
Because maybe we call it something called prostitution.
Oh, interesting.
$7 million
Go on.
to the billionaire
Yeah,
is like
it's $10.
$1,000.
Yeah, you're right.
To
He just gave,
us.
He gave away nothing. He's fine.
He's like,
Wait a minute.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
think
he's
there's a possibility? Because said to Trish, hey Trish, here's the deal. I find you hot. I know I'm older.
I bet you.
In the end,
Yeah.
payday.
Right.
Hey Vince, I'll do it.
And
And,
Mr.
I'm not saying Trish
And
did
to-
that.
and to
Don't
be-
get me
and to-
wrong.
To be fair, Mr. McMahon was sexy back in the Attitude
Well,
Era. He's Mr. McMahon.
he was
Jack.
okay. He was
He's
all
a
right.
genetic jackhammer.
Vince McMahon was never the best looking guy.
No,
Let's
not
not
at all.
get crazy.
I'm
here.
not. But I'm saying in recent days, okay, really put it away. Calm down. Put
All
that
right.
thing out the pasture.
Here's my point, okay? What's the difference between Vince McMahon approaching and okay, you got one occasion where someone said he raped her. That personally I don't believe.
I don't understand unless you're that friggin' out of your mind that you feel like you can do anything.
Should Vince be compared to Harvey Weinstein?
No.
Okay.
Because Harvey
Now we're drawing lines.
Harvey Weinstein used his power to stop people from getting other jobs from other places.
Interesting.
Okay?
Gotcha. Okay.
That's wrong.
Right. Okay.
So here's my point. Mickey James married to Nick Alice, right?
Right.
Why isn't that wrong in the workplace?
I don't see anything with it being wrong. Why do you?
Well, then why is Vince having sex with someone being wrong?
It's only immoral. If that's a
Why is that immoral?
I'm not saying it is. I'm saying that's a matter of morality argument.
But my point is,
I mean, if you're a hardcore Christian, you could stop and go, Vince McMahon is married. There is nothing more to talk about.
All right, but you have
to understand that everybody's got
but
different
everybody's
ways of
well
looking
aware
at things.
that relationship's been severed for
well, now
quite a
we're
long
really
time.
aware of it,
All
honestly.
right?
I mean, it rested in the rumor clouds until recently. Let's be serious.
Okay.
We never
but
really...
now it's clear.
we kind of know.
Now it's clear.
Right.
So the morality of it is, did he force his way on these women? My point to you is, if Nick Aldis hooks up with Mickey James, Stephanie McMahon hooks up with Triple H, Chyna hooks up with Triple H, Sonny hooks up with
everybody.
Well,
hooks up with everybody.
I got you, but we'll just for this.
She didn't sue anybody.
For this conversation, Shawn Michaels,
right?
Bret Hart, who got a divorce because he was cheating on his wife.
Ooh,
okay, that's factual.
Excellence of execution.
Okay, so my point here is, what's the difference?
I don't know.
Dave LaGreca, okay, not to pick on our friend Dave.
Our friend?
No, he's not our friend.
I'm confused.
We can't stand him.
Hi, Dave. What?
No, we don't like him.
Okay. Bye, Dave.
Bye, Dave. So Dave is holding that morality stance.
Dave?
Yes, against that Vince.
Dave had as many wives as King Henry VIII.
Well, hold on. That's a great point.
Didn't he?
Here's my point.
Or halfway?
You marry 4 women.
Yeah.
You divorce them.
Yeah.
And you pay them.
Oh.
Right? Alimony.
Right.
Because you can't keep your marriage.
Right.
Then you shouldn't have a job either.
Right.
Because you have no morality.
Yeah.
You marry women, you divorce them, because you meet somebody else, and you pay them.
Right.
Is that any different what Vince is doing?
No. The way you put it that way.
I'm trying to... Am I making sense here?
Yeah, you make some sense. Yeah. At the end of the day, Monte, is Vince McMahon a bad guy?
Is Vince McMahon a bad guy?
Is he a bad guy?
So my concern...
Is he an immoral guy?
Is he moral?
Or is he just a regular dude?
Here's the problem.
With impulses.
Here's the problem.
I don't know.
I always go back to Dark Side of the Ring. Okay, Dark Side of the Ring, where they discuss with Jake Roberts says, at first you meet a hot girl and you have sex.
Yeah.
Then sooner or later that hot girl's not good enough, so you ask her to bring a friend. She brings a friend, and that's good for a while, but that's not good enough.
She brings a friend,
and then he asks her to bring a couple more friends.
What?
And that's not good enough. Then he asks her to bring a dog. Bring a broom.
A dog?
But he was just using examples. It gets weirder and weirder and weirder.
Weird. Yeah.
So here's a guy like Vince, right? He's a competitor.
Oh, he is.
Right? I'm sure none of the sexual escapades were going on in his battle with WCW because he was in a missed battle.
Right.
But as times calm down, the powerful challenger is looking for another challenge.
I'll see you, Stacy Keibler, and raise you 2 Trish Stratuses.
Do I still look at Vince McMahon as a great American? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I still look up to him as one of my idols growing up?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well.
Do I look at him as one of my mentors in the business world? Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Am I disappointed if he raped someone?
Ooh.
All bets are off.
Yeah.
That's done.
Yeah.
That gets filed into Forget You.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But if you made decisions to pay people for whatever reason, it's your money.
Right.
That's your right.
Right.
Again, I'll go back to LaGreca. You've paid 4 wives, dude. Shut the fuck up. I'm serious. Shut up.
Fair enough.
Right? Don't throw rocks when you live in a fucking glass house, clown boy.
Yeah. That's fair. Well said.
Yeah?
I agree.
All right, let's see.
I can't add to something that, well drilled home.
All right, let me see if I can get something. Humble Canopy. I'm sorry, guys. My friggin' glasses. This
Humble
computer.
Pie?
Vince and Linda's relationship is kind of like Will and Jada's. That's a great point.
I don't know where they're at.
Will Smith and Jada?
Yeah, I don't know where they're at.
Well, Jada has an open marriage.
Really?
How do you feel about that? Open marriages. If you were married to someone and she said, Pharaoh, I would like to be with other people.
If you're both into that, then there's nothing wrong with that. But it's got to be both of you.
Is it immoral?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Why should it be? It's only because if it becomes a lie.
In God's eyes, that's immoral, right?
Again, like I said before, if you're doing the Christian thing, none of us should have left the house this morning.
Good point.
None of us. None of us. Okay,
Right.
just to spell that out. All right. But as far as what you're getting
Not
at,
even guys that buy their wives on the internet.
Listen. Let's let it.
I'm just asking. Could that guy leave the house?
How much is that postage? He's like arguing over the postage.
What?
You guys can see it.
Oh my God.
He's about to get his purchase.
She cost this much?
What does she eat? Come on, man, dude.
Is it immoral to buy your wife over the internet from Korea?
Hey, look, if I look like that certain person you're asking about that bought the wife over the I would fucking order it from Mars to get it.
Oh my God.
I mean, the only thing they're missing is the bird seed with that one. No thanks.
JB says the difference is Vince had to pay, Nick didn't. That is the difference.
Right.
But in the whole setup between them,
Right.
it's the same thing.
Right.
Look, guys, we're
how much is this
we're
hush
actually
money?
giving
Everybody
you true over $12 million.
No,
dude.
but it's not hush. We all know about it.
Well, that's the other thing.
What's so hush about this?
So here's my
Everybody
question.
knows what's
the
going
two
on. The loud money.
The two clowns
Like
that are
Pharaoh,
going
loud,
after this, right? The two clowns that are going after this, right? Yeah. Now it's been revealed, shouldn't Vince be able to shouldn't he get his money back?
I would say so.
Right? Because you signed an agreement.
I think that he should get his money back. Nobody kept their mouth shut. So you got free money? Fuck that.
All right, I'm gonna name a few things that Vince McMahon has done, and I want you to answer to it.
Okay. I'm answering to Vince. Okay.
John Oliver.
Yeah.
I'm naming some big problems Vince has encountered over the years.
Okay.
John Oliver accuses Vince McMahon of screwing his employees out of health care in 2019.
Vince McMahon, we've heard cases. We've had a billion wrestlers come in. Most of them say Vince has done nothing but right by them. What about the 87 times he sent Scott Hall to rehab? We can name a million more of them. No, I don't buy that Vince McMahon doesn't give a shit about his workers. That's bullshit.
Okay.
I've always felt that way. It's bullshit.
An unnamed woman claimed to have been sexually assaulted by Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
I can't touch that one. I have no idea who this unnamed person is. I bet you she didn't even get hush money.
I bet she did.
But did she? Maybe that's why she
Who the
remains
fuck
unnamed.
knows? You know what I mean? Again, this is this guy's money.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know what to think about that. That's
McMahon was accused of accepting Saudi Arabian blood money by various critics in 2018.
That's people who are upset that he dealt with Saudi Arabia. That's not blood money. Vince did it for business reasons. It doesn't matter whether it was here or on another planet. Vince would have done that no matter what. It had nothing to do with hatred of one background or another. Stop it. It's wrestling. It was a business move, just like India. Was that also blood money when he went into India? Stop it. Next.
Vince McMahon accused of distributing steroids like candy to WWE performers in 1993.
No, well, if you really want to get technical, I guess let's just go after Dad, too, because wasn't Dr. George Saharian always sitting at ringside when Vince Sr. owned the place, and didn't he have the lab coat on? And inside the lab coat was a bunch of shit. And Ivan Putski looked pretty beefy in 1980.
Okay.
So let's go after Senior, too!
Can I ask you a question?
Because we hate Junior so much, let's go after the beloved Senior, too.
Can I ask you just a quick question?
Who gets a free pass?
Did Tony Atlas ever wrestle in the NWA?
Of course he did.
How about the AWA?
Of course he did.
How about Jesse the Body Ventura?
How about every promoter that they all worship from the old days did the same effing things?
Thank you. Ken Patera was all over the place.
Give me a break.
It's like, come on.
Oh,
give
yeah,
it a break.
Vern Gagne, you can't tell. Vern Gagne had no idea. Oh, wow, you look beefy today. Shut the fuck, guys, wake the fuck up, okay? This has all become Vince because Vince won the war with all the guys you love. And all the bad practice habits that they had. Facts.
Good answers. Good answers, Pharaoh.
Facts.
McMahon remains accused of crafting an elaborate con to take the heavyweight title from Bret Hart.
Oh, so I should let my number one star, along with Sean for the last several years, take my championship on his good word that he won't take my championship to my competition the very next day. Fuck you. Fuck you. My company comes first, and you're losing tonight. And no, I'm not waiting for tomorrow for you to show up and nicely give me the belt. This is my company. I've paid you a fortune. Lay down, son. So now. I've never, ever been on Bret Hart's side for the screw job.
Hey, Matthew Holland says Scott Hall is in heaven with Mike Monte. This is the second time this guy's killed me already.
This guy's, you're dead? You're already dead.
Second time.
It's like a cartoon.
the
I wonder
second
whose
time.
cartoon character he likes, like sexually. What else you got? Anything else Vince did?
PJ says he pays former employees to go to rehab, not even active employees.
He takes care of people. Didn't he just sign Mick Foley to a Legends deal? I'm sure Mick Foley all of a sudden appreciates the couple of million that fell into his mailbox. Yeah.
Jacob says, is it wrong that I hope that Vince beats all this?
It's not wrong. It's not wrong at all. I used to root for George Steinbrenner with all my heart till the day he died, and I used to read terrible things about George Steinbrenner, but I know better because I know how George Steinbrenner treated my family personally. George Steinbrenner was actually really sweet and wrote us a letter one time and gave us free tickets because the weather was really, really bad that particular day. George Steinbrenner gave that bat boy that we know of, a life's job. He did so many different. He sent Darryl Strawberry. He saved Darryl Strawberry. George. I found George Steinbrenner very similar to Vince McMahon. So no, I'll always root for Vince McMahon to get through everything and anything. Did he have impulses? Oh, it sure seems like it. But I hope he survives it all, and I hope that he's fine. And I hope that these other people who took the money to be quiet give some back.
Check it out. Big
Anyway.
Boss Fetty, one great comment. You ready for this one?
I like Boss Fetty.
Check it out.
Hit it.
Technically, Linda is paying these women too.
Sure, absolutely, and she's aware of every single one of them. I'm sure.
Here's how I feel. I feel
well.
this is a witch hunt.
It is.
The only claim
with him, it always
that
is.
I have an issue with Vince McMahon is that if he rapes somebody.
Then we're done.
Okay? Then
we're done.
We're done.
Then we're done.
But again,
and that's fair.
Mario and us, we never discussed it.
Right.
Okay, so I don't know Mario's
we did that 'cause
side. I only know what
Mario-
I read from Mario.
We were respecting Mario's wishes for that day, so it was what it was.
But my point, do I believe it? Absolutely not.
I don't think so either. I don't see why he would. Why would you? I mean, he's a very intelligent man. You wake up in the morning and you get an impulse. You don't have to force the issue. You're a very wealthy man.
And let's be 100% honest. And I'm not trying to be
God,
rude out there.
Go get an erotic massage or something.
You're a friggin' millionaire. You cohort. You have this referee come to the back of your car supposedly, and you rape her. Listen,
I can't see it.
In his
but
head,
all right.
I'm thinking any normal human being, and if we're gonna claim Vince isn't normal,
He
you're
would
wrong.
throw away all his hard work
Like,
for that.
oh my God, I'm gonna risk my millions for that mutton face?
No,
come
he
on,
wouldn't.
dude.
He risked his mortgage for WrestleMania. He's going to throw it all away for that?
For that?
No way.
Trish Stratus, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
You would have to really hard press me. I'd be like, no. N-O.
No.
And again, I'm a millionaire. Japanese erotic massage. Gone. And in plenty of
Like
states.
the owner from New England Patriots.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And done. And done. You don't go, I've got to have it, and I've got to have it from you, and I'm taking it? No, I don't see Vince needing or wanting to do that. But that's me.
All right, so final verdict before we go commercial break. We'll return with head-to-head between Wendy Richter and Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch.
Final verdict on Vince McMahon. Innocent or guilty, sir?
Well, there's going to have to, I don't know how much further this will play legally, but as far as I'm concerned, Vince McMahon is not guilty of anything. He didn't rape anybody.
And in the court of Monte and the Pharaoh, Vince McMahon, you're released on your own reconnaissance. Get back to work.
No chance in hell.
We'll see you after this commercial.
M&J Video Games and Collectibles. Sport and non-sport cards, wrestling items, autographed items. We buy, sell, and trade. M&J Video Games and Collectibles, located at 1049 Queen Street, Southington, Connecticut. Call us at 1-860-479-9223 or 860-93-GAMES. M&J Video Games and Collectibles. And Nitro's Garage for all your automotive needs. Call 646-675-2349. That's 646-675-2349. For all your automotive needs, Nitro's Garage. Ask for Jack.
In the mood for a freshly roasted cup of coffee? www.offtherailscoffeeroasters.com.
All right, welcome back to Long Island's #1 pro wrestling broadcast, Monte the Pharaoh, only seen here out of Indie Music TV. And here we go, Pharaoh, another edition of Head to Head where we're putting up Wendy Richter against Becky Lynch.
Jarrett, hit the tape.
Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, so it's Wendy Richter, Becky Lynch, Pharaoh. Name the rules of the game, my friend.
Oh, God, why do I always get this job? I can barely remember my name. All right, let's go to the first category. We've got 5 categories. We're going to decide who's better here. First category is mic skills. How you doing there on the convo level? Can you talk like The Rock, or are you Shanky, Mike's favorite?
I love Shanky.
Shanky doesn't talk. So
I love
Shanky gets
Shanky.
a big fat F on the mic.
All
right, let's go to mat skills. Obviously, this is pretty obvious. I always mention Bret Hart, especially when he's about to leave the company with my belt. So do you have the level of Bret Hart, or do you have the level of Orange Cassidy? What a drop kick that guy throws. Okay, let's go to the next category. The next category, I do believe I'll say, is the back of the baseball card. I love this category. This is the nerd in me. We're talking about belts and, things like Money in the Bank and Royal Rumbles and, what's on the back of your baseball card. Or do you got nothing, like poor Frank Williams, my hero. Okay, then we've got, impact on the industry? Where, what kind of mark did you leave in this business? How's your trail looking there? And, of course, the final category is the it factor. Did I get all of these, by the way?
You did.
I think I did.
You did. You did well.
The it factor. Are you, as I always say, Hogan, or are you, I don't know, give me somebody. Who's the opposite of Hogan?
Let's go
Steve
with
King? I always mention Steve
You
King.
love Steve King.
Yeah, Steve King, the jobber from the early 80s. There you go. All right, so there it is, folks. Those are the rules for head-to-head.
All right,
Hit it, Mike.
So, Wendy Richter.
Okay.
Former WWF champion, 2-time champion. She was very famous for the first screw job where the belt was taken from her by the Spider Lady.
That was Moolah.
Fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, that was sneaky. I remember that.
Wendy Richter, as you know, started the whole rock and wrestling. She was an integral part.
Yes, she
as
was.
She was managed by the great Cyndi Lauper.
And Dave Wolf.
Right, as they went against
I think.
Fabulous Moolah, and
Yeah.
I believe, was it Leilani Kai?
Well, didn't Richter have to deal with Moolah
Well,
herself?
Richter against Moolah, and then
Yeah.
for WrestleMania, it was Leilani
Oh, yeah,
Kai,
look at
right?
you with Leilani Kai.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, sorry, I mixed
You're not
that
going
up.
to throw me a Velvet McIntyre, are you?
And then, Becky Lynch doesn't really need any sort of introduction. I will
No.
open it up with my wife wanted me to share.
What?
She's sick of Becky Lynch.
She doesn't like Becky.
She feels Becky has no mic skills.
That's messed up.
She's 98 pounds.
That's messed
She
up,
squeals
too.
like a pig.
That's messed up. 3.
She has no, I said no mic skills.
Yeah, you said
Can't
that.
wrestle.
Can't wrestle. This is insane.
And she said that, and I said, you sure you want to say that? Because she's probably one of the more popular wrestlers in wrestling right
really-
now.
that's-
And she goes, I don't get it. She's a clown.
Very interesting. What do you think of that? I think that's bizarre.
I think Becky is good,
Yeah, I think Becky's fantastic.
but I think I'm going to put up a fight with you with Becky and
All
Wendy
right,
Richter.
we'll
And by
see
the
what
fans,
happens.
I will tell you when you'll see the comments after the show's done.
We'll see what
We've
happens.
got a lot of people
We'll see what happens.
bending towards Wendy.
You know how I'm going to go, but we'll see what happens.
All right, let's go.
Well, what's the first category? You want to do Mike skills?
Sure, let's go, Mike.
Okay,
Skills.
you're going to compare Wendy Richter to Becky Lynch?
So
Nope.
100%.
Becky.
100% Becky.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
Can't argue that.
Yep.
Wendy Richter was never great on the mic.
Okay. Category 2. So that's 1 for Becky.
Sure.
Category 2, mat skills. Now, hold on before we do anything further. Mat skills. Now, Becky Lynch is one of the 4 horsewomen, isn't she?
She is.
Becky Lynch is one of those who set the bar and the whole women's evolution thing, right? She is. In the ring, doesn't she have the bloodline too? Isn't her mom a legend over across the pond?
I don't know if she's a legend. But
Across the pond, she is. I know that she is in her home country. She's pretty well known. I would have to say that Matt Skills is as much of a blowaway as Mike Skills. 2 for Becky.
So wait, hold on, dude. Do I get to weigh in on this?
No, you do, but I'm saying 2 for Becky. Go ahead.
So
go ahead.
Different era with
Yeah.
Wendy Richter.
Yeah, tell me how Vergano she was. Go ahead.
Okay, Wendy.
laughing.
Wendy was a very well-rounded
She was
wrestler.
a good wrestler. No, she was.
She could
For her
sell.
time period, she was.
She could sell.
Yeah.
She could move.
Sure she could. No, she was good.
You know,
She
in
was.
the women's division,
Absolutely
I think
could
that she
wrestle.
was quite
just not Becky.
the wrestler.
She's just not
But
Becky.
again, I'm going to go with
She's just
Becky
not
Lynch.
Becky. I agree. She's just not
Okay,
Becky. She was
but to
damn
be
good,
fair,
though.
But to
in
be,
her time, she
but
might have
to
been
be
the
fair,
best.
Becky Lynch also has the competition who's at her level.
Sure.
Where Wendy Richter had a
Moolah.
very
Don't pick on Moolah.
limited. She had a very
She had San Martino
limited.
for chicks.
What if this
Moolah.
challenge was Moolah against Becky Lynch? This would be a
wouldn't
different
this be
story.
Interesting. Oh, this would be very interesting.
All I'm going to
Very
say
interesting.
is
For 27
that
years as champion, this would be
all
interesting.
I'm going to say is this: is that Wendy Richter was facing very low-level
Absolutely.
women,
and I thought that
talent.
she was the best in the ring, pretty much against the chicks she faced. So, I'll give her that. All right, back of the baseball card. Go ahead. You go first. Back of the baseball card.
We're in 2 different eras,
Mm-hmm.
many championships, but this goes back to when we discussed San Martino, our Backlund, against, say, a Daniel Bryan, for example.
Okay.
Obviously, the back of the baseball card is going to have more championships in the 2000s.
It's not about quantity, but go
right?
ahead. I got
But
you.
I would say I'm giving this one to Wendy Richter because she legitimately is a 2-time World Wrestling Federation champion and the one who made that championship, which later on became dysfuncted. Dysfuncted a word? Or whatever.
It became dysfunctional.
It ended up being eliminated
Right.
by the WWE because
Right.
its lack of necessity.
Right.
She made that belt. So you mentioned Moolah, who held it for 27 years.
Yeah.
In the short reign, Wendy Richter had that title.
Okay.
We'll call it 7 months, 6 months. Made that belt important. More important than the 27 years that Fabulous Moolah had with that
That's
belt.
because circumstances allowed that to happen.
Listen, just like I said,
Moolah wasn't
she wrestled
27 years
women.
old in 1985,
You're not
and
giving
she
her a
was.
break when she wrestled women, not at the level that Becky Lynch
No, I
gets
am
to
giving her a
wrestle.
break.
So, but not
I am.
enough to give it to her.
No, I'm not
So
giving it to
anyway,
her.
that's where I'm going.
Right.
2-1, Becky Lynch.
Well, actually, Well, that's actually a draw because I've got it Becky 3 and you've got it 2-1 Becky.
Yeah.
If you understand where we're going.
I
Okay,
gotcha.
so what's next?
Oh, so you're just saying no?
No, she's
back of the
got
baseball
no. I'm
card,
not giving
Becky
her.
Lynch.
No, absolutely not. Becky's got a better back of
Okay.
the baseball card. Yeah, she does.
All right.
She really does.
What's next?
It Factor. Wendy Richter without Cyndi Lauper standing next to her. Another one for Becky. I got 4 for Bex. So I'm sorry.
I'm going. All right.
Can't give her the It Factor over Becky.
I'm going to also say I'm giving Wendy Richter the It Factor. The reason I'm going with Wendy Richter the It Factor. Wendy Richter is the one that made us all her, Cyndi Lauper, Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan, and of course Vincent Kennedy McMahon behind the scenes, made us who are watching the show, who are hosting the show, the wrestling fans we are today.
You're trying very hard.
They were
I'll give you
a
that.
game changer. Becky Lynch is
Evolution, women's evolution, the pay-per-view.
Who started women's evolution?
Who sold more shirts than any of them?
Part of the machine.
Biggest part of the machine.
Wendy Richter
Coming from
made the
females
machine.
as far as the dollar.
Wendy Richter made the machine. Becky Lynch, part of the machine.
4-0 Bex.
I got it 2-2. Last
Okay.
one.
All right. Impact on the industry. Richter. I'm giving it to Richter.
Why?
Because of all the things you argued about and all those other things, doesn't make her a better wrestler, doesn't make her better on the mic, doesn't make her have a better It Factor than Becky, but it does state the obvious. what happened at WrestleMania, but you know already, and we talked about it off the air. I give more credit to the MTV connection, to Cyndi Lauper, to Vince McMahon, to Hulk Hogan, to Mr. T, to Roddy Piper. Wendy Richter did a great job, but Wendy Richter was not the preservative. Wendy Richter was the additive. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair were like the preservatives to what they were doing and what they were driving. Okay? They didn't need a Cyndi Lauper. Okay? And Hulk Hogan, by the way, didn't need nobody either. We just happened to add some other shit in. Okay? Whether it was Liberace or whoever.
PJ says, without Wendy, there's no Becky.
Understood. Without Bruno, there's no blah, 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 blah. You know, I mean, you can go on and on and on. Without Gorgeous George, there is no Ric Flair.
I agree. I agree with you, Wendy Richter.
Yeah,
I've got a 3-2. You got a 4-1. Unfortunately,
we have a draw.
This is Pharaoh's segment, so Pharaoh outweighs me on this.
Actually, no.
So we're going to give it to him.
As the son of an accountant, this is how we should do it. There was 4 points for me coming from Becky.
Right.
There was 2 points for you coming from Becky.
Fair enough.
6 points for Becky.
Yep.
There's 1 point coming from me. For Wendy, there was 3 points coming from you. Becky wins 6-4.
Becky wins.
It is
but again,
did you stay with that, folks? I try to make it quick. Anyway, that was a pretty good one, though. Not bad. I know I was pretty hard on Wendy, but again, I feel like there was more the circumstances, the timing. I mean, if Fabulous Moolah had been 27 years old in 1985 for the first WrestleMania, I bet you she would have killed it. Oh, my God. She probably would have held the belt till today.
Drunk Guy says every time he goes to Wendy's restaurant, he asks for a Richter Frosty.
A Richter Frosty?
Well, Wendy Richter. Go to Wendy's when you get a hamburger.
That's
ask for the
excellent.
Frosty.
I like that. Okay.
All right, guys, we're almost out of time.
Works.
We want to go and get together and discuss some of the upcoming shows that are happening.
I sense trouble.
Well, trouble is happening as tomorrow we've got it posted at 5. We're probably going to change it to like 5:30.
Okay.
We've got EC3 in studio. Jared won't be with us, so we have a fill-in, but he'll hopefully do as good of a job that Jared does.
Okay.
Are you excited for EC3?
Yes, I am. I'm a huge fan of EC3. You know that. I love EC3, especially this time in TNA. And then he came to Vince. Oh, well.
There you go.
Notice I don't hate Vince for it, though. What'd you do? Although I will ask EC3, what'd he do?
On Friday, July 22nd, we've got the return, 3 times the charm, Tommy Rich in studio.
That ought to be fantastic.
All right, we got some games for Tommy. We're going
to play games with Tommy?
I think we're going to bring back Hit It or Quit It for Tommy. What do you think?
Oh, my God. He'll love that.
What do you think?
I think that'll be fantastic.
Jared, you ready to play Hit It or Quit It with Tommy Rich?
Has Jared done it?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
He has not.
Jared has not done a Hit It or Quit It. That should be very interesting.
And then after Tommy is Hands of Stone, if you like him in the WWE or the WWF, or Rugged Ronnie Garvin, if he's the NWA guy. Did he use Hands of Stone in NWA?
He's always driving Greg Valentine crazy.
He is.
I'm mad at him.
But Ronnie was great last time he was in here, so I'm very, very excited to have him in here again.
Great guy.
And then on April 4th, the return of Marty Jannetty. So what you guys
August 4th or April 4th? Did you say April 4th?
August 4th.
I thought he said
April. I said April?
You might have, Rabbit.
Oh,
August 4th. Okay, Marty's
in house, so we got a couple of things going on.
Have you talked to Marty?
We'll probably talk to Marty about the passing of Dan.
Okay.
Right? No one's heard from him on that.
Right. Okay.
We'll talk to him about the passing of Butcher, which is our own little private thing, right?
Oh,
we talked about Butcher a couple of times
Butcher
ago.
Blackwell, yep.
I got a few other things to talk about him. And then at the second half of the show, Jared says he's ready for it, so I'm going over with Jared. We've already got people lining up.
Right.
The fans of the show.
Right.
You will be on video.
Nice.
I will step away from the table. Marty will come to the table. It'll be Pharaoh and Marty.
Pharaoh and Marty.
Yep, and you'll be brought up.
Where are you going?
I'm going to be back in
You're going to be over there?
All right. And then as the fans come on, you'll be able to sit and ask Marty your own personal question. Okay. So we've got times booked. So if you want to book a time, guys, it's at
Get on it.
Monte and the Pharaoh. That's Monte and thepharaoh.com. Message us and we'll see if there's a slot ready. They're going quick. All right, so you don't want to miss that. Good opportunity to be a host of your own show and ask them any question you want.
Marty,
right?
personally.
You could ask that question. Hey, do you think Shawn and Vince McMahon ever had sex together?
Not saying. I still want to get in the Hall of Fame.
Really? You think so?
I don't know.
And then on August, I probably did say April. August 12th, we've got Greg the Hammer Valentine in studio. So Greg's going to be here, and we're going to gonna have to just have a little talk with our old man Hammer.
How did you convince him to come down when usually all he'll give you over the phone is, Greg, you want to come down? How about 1 grunt for yes and 2 grunts for no?
That's your favorite right there, dude.
I love Greg. My all-time favorite.
All right, guys, we're out of time. I want to thank you again for taking your time and joining us every Thursday. We are humbled and honored, even though there's only 9 of you in the chat room. I'll just keep repeating that because that really pisses me. Please, again, join us for E3.
Just don't pee on your scrotum.
That's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
I think he's got a couple of reveals that may happen. So there's good stuff, and I think we'll have a great time.
Yes, sir.
But we got a large lineup coming in. I'm very excited, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys. God bless, and don't forget, you'll get a little EC3. Then you can watch a little SmackDown.
Yeah.
Then if you want to watch a little Rampage.
Yeah.
And then, and I got to tell you, don't miss those A&E documentaries. They're off the hook. I love them. I love them.
You've been watching Monte and the Pharaoh. Thanks for coming to check us out as always. And until next week, later.